just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready! Hiking, 18 Cardinal.
Ooh, a little jumpy to get this game started. He moved early. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Come on.
Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the first time.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ready.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Go!
They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball.
Ready?
They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jerome Baker has it. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. He's got room to roam here. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist.
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Ahmed Good on the extra point. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Putting the tight end in motion.
Come 19! Come 19! Hut, hut.
Back now, pressure on its way. That one's cut along the left sideline. And she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Complete. It's McLaurin. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Go! Bronco 80. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ready, break. Set. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Drain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Quick pass, right side, complete. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down from the red zone. Complete out to the right side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Go.
Throwing from the gun here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now is Terry McLaurin on the target. And that takes them to 3rd down.
Set up.
Back to throw. This throw is cut. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Bronco. Check go.
They are throwing it again. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go, man.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here we go.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Jump off caught by his back. And he's officially... We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Throw complete to Williams. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
3rd and just 2 to go. Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Draw play. This is Williams. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Play made by Deron Payne. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. One's out and cut on the right side. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Come on, set.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Stay on the ground with Williams. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's go.
Blitz coming, Nix. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Let's go now.
On third down, here's Nix. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Hey, hey, check that. Check that. Here we go. Set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Get up.
He's going to throw this one. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Set. Check go.
He'll throw it. He's got time here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Quick throw finds him out right. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
And he got what he could there, only to the 14. They got 2 yards there. That leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now on comes the Wizard of Oz, Chris Boswell for the field goal. From the left hash, about 31 yards out.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Returning it from the 4. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Nix with it on 1st. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take the lead just before halftime. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Point after from Ahmed is good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Set up. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. Catch is made down the right sideline. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Let's go. Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
To throw it on 1st down. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
2nd and 10 now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Broncos get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
79 Broncos.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
70 Lions. Set. Set, go.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hut, hut.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. It's taken in by Sinnott. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Set. Panther 11. Panther 11. Hut.
Throwing now on 1st down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback. But exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 39. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Ahmed Good on the extra point. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
I'm not lying. Let's go. Go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Search. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation? Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete. It's McLaurin. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Here we go. Shot.
Throwing now, needing a 1st. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Viking 18. Set.
They're going play action. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Quick pass, right side, complete. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Motioning the tight end now. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Come on, set.
Complete on the option. And that's a Washington touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Let's go.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They did it! He made the interception! Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick 6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. He'll take this at the 10. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
On the set.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the air, Nix after the pick. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got... Field incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
18 Cardinal. Trap 60. Here we go. Set. Warriors 70 range. Go.
Nix from the gun. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
On third down, here's Nix. Throw complete to Williams. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Going for it on fourth, Nix. Throw is caught by the back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They go play action on first. And he's got it. That's a way out for it, but touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Straight ahead with Williams. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Got it. Ready?
Throwing here, Nix. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Cut 19, Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Got him in. It's Njoku. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. They'll throw again. Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Lucky that didn't end as an interception. So they're left facing 3rd and long. He'll throw it. This could decide things. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road. These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
18, Pioneer. Maverick. Go.
Throwing from the gun here. Moore's got it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders leading by 7. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
Trap 60. Set.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
70, go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Puts him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 28. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Check go.
They'll kneel it down as we get close to just 50 seconds remaining.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
To score this as a win for the Commanders. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. Here comes the rookie from Michigan State. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. To the right side. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot in the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Let's go. Ready?
To the air again, Herbert. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The Chargers had 14-2 heading into this final week. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Set. 21.
On the give, it's Vidal. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back to Taylor on first down. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well. There, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
That is caught, and he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Prescott now from the 50. He finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 35. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And able to get this to the 31.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott now. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Now Prescott going to change the play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Escapes the defender. A solid stiff arm. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Herbert. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Taylor is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Quick throw complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. In motion right is a running back. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Ladd McConkey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Herbert now. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 17-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Javonte Williams becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys have yet again retaken the lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. On the ground, it's Vidal. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
5-9. Baylor Tiger.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 4. Being dropped. 36 yards on the play. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, here's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, OP. Go. Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. His throw complete right side of the tight end Parham. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Herbert going to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll run with Vidal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now second down and a few inches. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now first and goal.
Set. Baylor tight. Crowd right.
A run. Here's Vidal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come up first and 10 here. Now Prescott. That's complete to Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. First and 10. Now Dak. Rolling to his right. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Here comes second down. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Chargers,